masterminds.
Have you always been like this?
No. No. For the first half of my life, I was a professional dumb boy.
Oh.
So yeah, really, really important. And so many people just go, oh, well, that's just how I am, or it's my way or the highway. It's like,
no growth.
it's just such a, and less giggles.
Yeah.
Less giggles. I just go around the country and help people learn and you know, just kind of empower themselves with the application of knowledge, not just getting knowledge.
You mentioned the masculine and feminine energy, and I feel like for a man to speak about that, it's not very common, at least in our world.
Actually masculine because they're not in tune with their feminine energy.
Exactly.
If you can get in tune with your feminine energy, it actually makes you much more masculine, because the feminine energy nurtures, the masculine energy protects. And that's why so many men, trust is nothing more than giving someone the power to hurt you. Whatever it is, whether it's in relationship, past trauma, you know, limiting beliefs, going to the next level, whatever it is.
Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Welcome back to episode 11
Of Giggles and Growth.
We have a very special guest here with us today.
I'm excited. I really am excited about this. I think it's going to be fun.
We're so excited to have you here, but I'm going to do a little intro, and I do not want to do it any injustice, so I will have my phone in hand for those watching on camera. But Greg, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Okay, so today's guest is someone whose journey reads like a movie script, because it really, as I was hearing your story, I was like, what? So it's equal parts grit, reinvention, and raw talent. Greg Kimble is a man of many lives.
I feel like I'm just going to have to start traveling with you. This is already pretty good. I like it.
It's just getting started. Okay, so from being signed as an R&B artist to Capitol Records at just 15 years old, that's crazy, to selling his colleges for 8 figures, Greg's path has been anything but ordinary.
It's true.
He's now a sought-after, motivational, world-renowned motivational speaker. Can I do that one over again?
Say it again.
I think it's better that way. It gets more giggles.
He's quite motivational. He's also a speaker known for training elite groups, including the CIA, the FBI, and most branches of the military in the art of mindset and interrogation. But beyond the titles and accolades, Greg is a devoted father, bringing heart and grounded wisdom into everything he does. This conversation is going to take us deep into discipline, transformation, and the power of the human mind, and so much more.
I like this.
We're excited.
Yeah,
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you
This can be
for being here.
I'm excited to be here. I really am. It's gonna be good.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. And we just met Greg, what, like 3 days ago?
Yeah, we met him at a speaking event
Yeah.
in Orange County. And we were instantly drawn to you once you started talking about like feminine and masculine energy.
That's like the first thing you said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this guy?
And then you were like, and the heart radiates 6 feet outwards. And I was like, this guy's amazing. And then lastly, he was like, women just want to be understood. And I was like,
She's like,
I'm going to hop out of my seat right now.
It's true. I think a lot of times we just have this like introspective approach, and we can't see what's right in front of us so often. And so it's just giving people context and understanding to, you know, behavioral psychology, and just like honestly how to just be a better human for not just like your own gender or your own friends, but you know, the opposite sex is really, really important. And so many people just go, oh, well, that's just how I am, or it's my way or the highway. It's like
no growth.
It's just such a and less giggles.
Yeah.
Less giggles.
Much less giggles.
We need more giggles. So
a less fun way to live.
yeah, you have more giggles if everyone feels understood, seen, and happy for sure.
Exactly.
So yeah.
That's all we want as humans.
Have you always been like this?
No. No. I let's just say I was born in Wyoming, and for the first half of my life I was a professional dumb boy.
Oh.
So yeah.
Professional
I was a pro. And so like you want to talk about growing, and sometimes forced growing with a lot less giggles, because I'm like, oh crap, I got to figure this stuff out. So
yeah, happens.
Yeah, definitely. My grandfather, so I'm named after my grandfather. He was, you know, widely considered the best psychologist on planet Earth.
Wow.
So if you look up Gregory Adams Kimble, he taught psychology at Duke, installed psychology departments at many of the universities all over the country.
Wow.
So academia has been in my blood. My aunt is the #1 biochemist in the world, Judith Kimble. My dad discovered the brontosaurus. He has a doctorate in
Are you
paleontology.
making this up?
No, I'm
It
not.
literally, that's what I mean. It sounds
Wait.
like a movie script, and I didn't even know
This
these
is
things.
insane.
That's
So yeah, I
crazy.
love learning and I love teaching. And so when I finally pulled my head out of my ass, since 2016, I think I've read just shy of 1,900 books.
Wow.
So I love learning. And so now I just go around the country and help people learn and just kind of empower themselves with the application of knowledge, not just getting knowledge. Because a lot of people will learn stuff, they just don't do anything with it. So you got to empower people to use the knowledge that they're given.
Very
That's so
true. And we
important.
need more people like this. So this is
Yeah.
great because not a lot of people are reading 1,900 books.
No.
Or
no.
and applying.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
applying
definitely
them
not.
either.
they can
Now,
from
just to
it.
be clear, not all 1,900 of
Yeah.
those books were good books.
Oh,
Like, I'm just a
yeah.
completionist, so I had to finish them. And
I
some of
see.
them I'm just like, God, this book sucks, but I
What's-
have to finish it.
Yeah.
So,
Is your favorite like a self-help book? What type of books do you like?
oh man, literally everything. I don't really read like fiction books.
Mhm.
But everything from business to psychology to strategy to old books, new books, like everything you can imagine. I love it.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
That is a whole lot of books.
I know, there's so many books.
Okay, so my first question, what like kind of when you went up there and started speaking,
Mhm.
like Arya said, you mentioned the masculine and feminine
Mhm.
energy, and I feel like for a man to speak about that, it's not very common, at
Mhm.
least in our world.
Yeah.
So when you said that, like antennas went up, I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, that's very interesting."
Yeah.
So going into that, what like do those energies mean to you beyond the gender?
Well, I mean, everyone has both in them. Like you can
Right.
get these like bro dudes and these hyper masculine from what they think they are.
Mhm.
They're not actually masculine because they're not in tune with their feminine energy.
Exactly.
If you can get in tune with your feminine energy, it actually makes you much more masculine, because the feminine energy nurtures, the masculine energy protects. And that's why so many men, when they're trying to interface with a woman, they're running into masculine energy because there's so many men out there that are just pieces of shit that they have to protect themselves. So
Yes.
the woman is wearing her masculine energy. So he runs into all this protection energy. So then he's just like, how do I break down your walls? And how can I this? Well, like start by trying to nurture and be vulnerable. And I don't know, tell the fucking truth. You start there, and then you can have a real dialogue, because everybody wants to experience both of them, and there's a dominant energy in everybody. So some people, there are some men that just are, their dominant energy is feminine energy, they want to nurture. There's some women that I've run into where their dominant energy is, I want to protect. And this could be, usually that's going to come from a single parent household, to where they watched one parent have to play both roles, and the number one is going to be protection, because, well, you have to stay alive to be able to nurture. And it's just people, we live it in this fake it till you make it culture. So everyone's trying to figure out, like, are you who you say you are? Do you do the things that you say that you're going to do? How are you going to show up? What are you going to show up as? How do we execute all these things? And so we're kind of playing this game of like spinning plates and, looking around the corner and just wondering, who are you? And the problem is the person that's talking to you, if you're wondering that question, they probably don't know who they are. And so you've got to give them space to figure that out. And you've got to give them enough safety and trust to where they can actually start telling you the truth. One of the things that I say about trust is nothing more than giving someone the power to hurt you. And if you can give someone the power to hurt you, you're going to start a much deeper dialogue. But most people don't even want to give people the opportunity to hurt them. And so they stay guarded. They stay in their masculine energy. So essentially the world, we're just running around as a bunch of like a giant sausage fest, and everyone's trying to outman each other, when the world honestly needs a lot more nurturing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well
so.
said. I've never actually heard like a man say this
Literally,
before. In real
I'm
life.
like-
Yeah. In real life. Sounds good in the movies
Yeah.
or maybe in a
Yeah.
book, but yeah, no, that's how I help people, connect. And, we do these things called tactical transformations at my events where we'll pull a random person out of the audience and we'll fix whatever it is, whether it's in relationship, past trauma, limiting beliefs, going to the next level, whatever it is. And I'll use a combination of mentalism and hypnosis and NLP and psychology and energy work to get through to them. And you have to understand all of these things to be able to take people to the next level. But it starts with you. Like, you have to be able to understand you. So I've done a lot of work on myself so that I can read energies and, just take things to the next level. And that's why, like, the event that you guys met me at, like, it was very... like, it was good, but it's like, I've been to those kinds of events like 4,000 times. It's like, we're going to, like, it's a little bit canned speeches. It's a little bit, like, let's look at this PowerPoint, and I'm just reading a PowerPoint. And that's why, like, when I was sitting up there, number one, like, no offense to whoever's putting it on, but like, number one, I'm like, man, I'm really glad I was late. And not by choice. LA traffic. I planned like this one because, like, now that I've been here for like 10 days, I'm like, now I'm starting to calibrate a little bit. So I was on time today. I just want to point that
You
out.
really were, and we appreciate it.
And it's
Yeah.
the perfect time to be on time because she
Yeah.
is very strict about time.
Okay, well,
I mean, I would have been nice to you.
Yeah, she would have been nice to you.
yeah, I didn't want her masculine to come out and start beating me over the head. But like, that's why, like, you guys watched me do that exercise where I got everyone involved. I got the
Yeah.
other speakers involved, and then, like, I told stories, and then like I brought the dynamics up and down, just like, because it's like, man, we got let's
You
put
changed the energy of the
You
whole
did.
room.
let's put some
You
energy
literally
into this
did,
room. Like,
yeah.
we got to wake some people up. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. It's
You
just
shifted it.
read the energy and, like, bring what's necessary, not just what's canned. Like, people want real.
Yeah,
We're starving for that right now in today's
Yeah.
society.
absolutely.
Oh, I love that so much.
You are so well spoken.
I know.
I
It's
do
like
it
you
for a
do
living.
it for a living.
I do
or
it for a living.
something.
There's a lot of words that come out of this mouth for sure. Not all of them good. Some of them colorful metaphors. I'm still from Wyoming. I definitely have said all the 4-letter words, especially if I'm golfing.
That's good. That's good. We like a little balance.
Oh,
A little
yeah, for
dark
sure.
side is
Yeah, oh yeah,
necessary.
for sure. It's there. So I didn't realize that you were gonna do research. So, like, she's like she knew who my assistant was. And I'm like, oh goodness, like, where is this gonna go? Research
It's like,
has
I
been
know
done.
he likes purple.
Yeah, oh yeah. Purple's a thing for sure.
Arisha
Yeah.
does not show up unless she knows, what's going on, who's
I
doing
love
it.
it.
I like to be
She's
prepared.
very, very good at that.
I love it. I love
Okay.
it.
Thanks.
So interested on where this goes.
Was there, or what was the moment for you when you realized, like, these energies within you were out of balance?
Or were they ever out
Were
of
they?
balance?
Oh, they were definitely out of balance. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay, so this is gonna be a vulnerable story, but that's kind of who I am.
Cool.
I'd say the thing that made me realize that they were really out of balance is, so I have a brother that's 15 years older than me, incredibly abusive. And so I took his son under my wing because he was in the Aurora Theater shooting. So I mean, when he was 11, he saw a 3-year-old with her head blown off.
Oh my god.
So I had, and he had 3 suicide attempts. In so many ways, he is the reason I started really coaching people, because I had to understand the psychology of suicide. And so I helped him. He works for me today. He's 25 now. Just one of my best friends, a beautiful, beautiful soul. But we were driving down the road one day, and because my brother would always, like, play, like, the slug bug thing or this, me and my nephew kind of had that dynamic. Now, I'm a lot bigger than my nephew, and so, like, we decided anytime we saw a bird on a wire that we were going to punch the other person. Like, so I'm driving, and he like punches me, but he slips and, like, kind of hits me in the ribs. And I was just like, all right, fucking game on, let's go.
Oh, no.
So we're driving, and I see, like, this string on a telephone thing where there's, like, probably 100 birds.
Oh no.
So I just unload on him. Like, I'm just like,
Oh
here you
my
go. You're
God.
getting all the business. And it was at that moment when I saw the look in his face that I used to give to my brother when my brother was taking it too far.
Oh
And I said, it literally in that moment, I froze and I looked at him and I said, I'm sorry. And I'm never going to go there with you again. I never have. And I think that was really the big start of my transformation when I realized, I had wounds that I needed to heal, and I had these patterns in this past that was shining through me, and I was hurting somebody that I really, really, really cared about. And I just said, never again. It's not going to happen. It was a breaking point for me, and I really did some very deep work to figure out where that was coming from. And so I think we have to be able to realize, recognize, and then replace. So when you realize you're doing something, you have to recognize where it came from, and then you have to replace it with a new action. It's the 3 R's. So it's, kind of psychology 101. And then the other thing that you have to do is you have to understand the psychological triad, which you have what you focus on, the language that you use, and the physiology. And if you start changing any one of those things, it's going to go in order. So for instance, people will worry. So it's like worrying is like praying for your problems to come true. So it's the highest degree of focus. And if you believe in the law of attraction, if you worry, you're literally attracting a bunch of negative bullshit. So what we have to do is we have to focus on something else. So that's the realizing and the recognizing. The other thing that we have to do is we have to use different language, especially with ourselves. We have to say yes to more things. We have to believe. We have to, and one of the things I tell all my clients is how you talk to you is way more important than how I talk to you. And so we have to change the language that we're using. And then the easiest way, this is why I love going to the gym, is changing your physiology. It's like, just get to the gym. Even if you don't want to do it, just tell yourself, I'm going to go work out for 5 minutes. We all know that you're going to end up 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is. But just getting there and starting is because it's this physiological change. And then when you have because that's the most powerful of all of them, a physiological change. So if you can get a physiological change, you're going to start using different language. You're going to start focusing on other things. And that's why, one of the things, whether you're out of shape, in shape, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I tell people all the time, literally, if you're having a bad day, just go jump up and down. You're going to start focusing on different things. You're going to use different language. Even if your language is fucking Greg, he's such a weirdo. But now I've got you focusing on something else. You know what I mean? And so, but your endorphins, your blood, everything is going to start moving. And so, using these little tips and tricks inside of, what's actually happening in your brain and giving yourself new physiological responses, you're going to be able to change your life very quickly. And so the psychological triad is a way to change your state. And so then you can get into fancy NLP stuff and anchor things and trigger things. And, that's what I do for people all the time. It's I'm thinking this, or I'm going to do this, and then we'll set an anchor so that they can go back to a certain state at any given time. That's what the Wolf of Wall Street did. Anytime he would make $1 million in a day, what he would do is he would set an anchor. He had these boom boom sticks, which are essentially like Vicks vapor rub, and he would smell it because the olfactory senses are the things that will set an anchor the fastest. That's why guys are obsessed with cologne and things. And so they want to set these anchors and they want to do all these things. So then now before he goes into the meeting, he'll smell one of those boom boom sticks. It puts him in the same state as he was in when he made the $1 million. He's much more likely to close the deal.
Wow.
So yeah, psychology is my favorite thing.
So
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So
thank you for sharing
yeah.
that. That's so good.
I need to get a boom boom stick. I need to get a whole bunch of them.
Actually, my next question flows right into kind of, because you're talking about you work with clients and all that in that. So obviously, in our society, men are taught to suppress their emotions, or they're not really raised to know how to deal with their emotions. So what would your one quick thing that you would say to a man? How do you coach men to lead with both strength and softness? It's going back to feminine and masculine energies, but what would your advice be?
So everyone tells themselves stories. And so one of the things, when I'm coaching people, once we get further down the line in the process, I'll do something like this. This is things that I'll do things like this. This is a story you're telling yourself. Men tell themselves stories like there's no tomorrow. And so I use this phrase, and it always takes a few to get it, because people are like, wait, hold on. What did you just say? So I say, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not who I think I am. I am who I think you think I am. I'll go over it again. I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. Now, what we're dealing with is people think they need to be the people that they think other people think they are. Now, if you're in my community for any length of time, I say you are much more likely, like, if I climb into your head and I go, I'm trying to be the person that she thinks if I climb into her head, it's much more likely that she's thinking about a ham sandwich. Turkey sandwich. Turkey. Bacon Gouda. Egg bites. Coffee.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone has their own shit going on.
Yeah.
And people are not actually thinking about you. And men want, so there's 6 human needs. There's status, or significance. So that's the first one. Then the next one is certainty. Then it's variety. Then it's love and connection. Then it's contribution. Then it's growth. Men are obsessed about significance. How can I be significant to this woman? How can I be significant to these other guys? How can I be significant to my family? How can I be significant to my son? They just want to feel respected. The real language of a man is I want to feel respect. And so we'll change and contort and lie and be whatever the perceived thing is that we think we're going to get respect out of the other person, which is not a respectful thing to do. And so for men, stop telling yourself stories, and you have to stop getting into comparative reality. Oh, well, this person is more successful. This person has more muscles. This person has more money. This person is younger. This person's older. It literally doesn't matter because they're them, you're you. And so one of the things that I do to help reframe that and help people understand how to get themselves across the finish line is when you look at other people and you get jealous, because men, it's funny because men are way more jealous than women, and people don't realize this. It's so funny. Like, and it is like, we'll take a tiny detour, especially at the gym, because I talk to like my friends and we're working out and I'll get locked in. I just want to work out. Let's let's just get a workout in. And then like, they're all hanging out. And they're just like, oh dude, that girl's looking at me. And then like the dude over here is just like, dude, no, I'm pretty sure she's looking at me. And then the dude over here is like, dude, she's looking at me. And then they'll be like, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let's see. You want to know who she's looking at? The fucking other girl behind y'all. Because she's like, oh my God, her ass looks so much better than mine. She's looking at the girl. Like, girls are not really looking at dudes in the gym. They're looking at the other girls. And they don't get this because all the guys are just like, it feels like Night at the Roxbury. They're like, me, you, me. Like, it's just like, no, that's not how it goes. And so this comparative reality starts setting in. And what I want people to start doing is imagine like everybody's gotten an Amazon package in their life. And if you're in your house and let's say the Amazon driver drives this way, if this person if you're waiting very eagerly for an Amazon package and this person gets all of their Amazon packages, when is the last time you came out of your house, you went over to your neighbor and you beat him up because he got his Amazon packages? Well, never. You go, we're on the same street. He got his Amazon packages. I'm waiting for mine. I'm next. So we have to get into the framework of if my friends are winning, I'm on the right block, I'm on the right street, and I'm next because I'm around success. Instead of going, oh my God, this person just like, did this or this person did this. And then you're mad at them because they're winning. And men do this all the time because they feel insignificant. And it's taught to us by society to where men have to have this like dominating personality. And there's a time and place for that. But there has to be something to dominate. Like nobody wants to watch their man dominate a waiter because you got the fucking steak wrong.
Not at all.
How about be nice?
Yeah.
How about be nice? Either just shut up and eat the steak. Or if it's a really fancy steak, just say, man, I'm sorry, we overcooked this. Like, is there any way I can get a new one? It's just not for me. Or if it's undercooked, newsflash, just go cook it a little longer. But always choose being kind instead of being right, and you're going to live a better life. And that's, I started the speech with it when we were talking about how to communicate. Look for insight instead of agreement. if you can get insight and gain insight on how and why someone else is the way they are, you're gonna be able to communicate with them at a much better and deeper level. Everyone right now is about width, and I'm all about depth. And that's why you and I have so many friends that like are foxhole friends that like have been with me forever. I could literally call them like right now and be like, I can't tell you why, but I need you to fly to LA, and I could have 50 people on the way.
Wow.
Because that's the kind of friendships that I make.
That's beautiful.
So
Beautiful. I agree with everything you just said.
I like it.
I know.
See,
We're in agreement.
Energies
Yeah,
aligned. There's a
it's
reason
just-
we were
yeah.
talking for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's so important to remember that when you said that your friends are also growing too, and you
Mhm.
see all this abundance around you, it's
Mhm.
important to really be like not jealous of that.
Clap.
Yeah,
Literally,
and that was
like-
a lesson I had to learn very young. I remember feeling like, why not me? Why not me? And then I was like, no, that just means I'm getting closer
Yeah.
because I'm
Exactly.
surrounding
You're
myself
around
with
it.
that.
That's so
Mhm.
good. I love it.
Yeah.
You said something during your speech about the human experience,
Mm-hmm.
and that really also like showed a lot of where you are in your journey and how you feel spiritually. And I'm just wondering, what is your version of the human experience? Like, what do you think of it? Because I haven't heard a lot of men, like I said earlier, I haven't heard men talk about this very much.
I think that in a world where we are trying to put more moments in life, I'm someone who puts more life in each moment. That's the human experience. We're always in the middle of a moment and we're like trying to get to the next one. It's like Netflix. Oh my God, how fast can I get to the next episode? Because they release them all at the same time. And you know, a lot of men are like, how fast can I get to the next relationship if it's that, you know, time of their life? And then I have friends who are like, how fast can we make the next kid? How fast can I buy the next house? How fast can I, you know, start the next business? And what you do is you cannibalize everything that's happening for you in the moment. And we have to really pay attention, you know, and I think that's the biggest thing is when you have kind of phase one is you hold someone's attention. And when you have attention, all you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out whether or not I have to switch this to intention. So attention. So like, you know, let's take what happened with the speech. You guys, you know, watched me take the stage, and you know, I was like, man, let's up the energy in this room. Like it's right now, it's a simmer. We're going to 10. Let's go. And so I got your attention. And then as I'm walking out, you guys go, hey, it is our intention to go deeper in this relationship. Can we get you on the podcast? And I'm like, man, I'm not leaving till Saturday. So yeah, like I'll like literally, I'll say yes to everything right now just because like I'm not a sit at the hotel kind of guy. Like I want to be productive. I want to go meet people. I want to build relationships. I want to make an impact. If I'm going to be somewhere, I want to be somewhere. And so it's just like, yeah, my intention is to, let's do an awesome podcast. Let's provide some value, like create a relationship. And, you know, now who knows, like you guys might be on my next event. You guys might throw your own event. You're like, hey, Greg, like we need a speaker. Then of course, like, yeah, I'll come and rock it with you guys. But it's how fast can you switch it from attention to intention? Now, not everything needs your attention, and certainly not everything needs your intention. But a lot of people will get insecure and they go, oh, well, it's FOMO, so I got to give everything my attention. That's not true. You got to learn how to say no. So part of the human experience is focus. You got to ask yourself, am I going to be a light bulb or am I going to be a laser? You know, this light bulb is probably, 45 watts, 65 watts. But if you take a focused laser, 5 watts focused properly can cut a diamond. The 65 watts in the light bulb form is never cutting a diamond. It's never going to happen because it's not focused. Most people go through their life as a light bulb and they're just kind of like, they don't even know what life is. And that's why a lot of people are like, God, Greg, you're so fucking intense. Like, it's just like hard to be around you. I said, no, I'm not intense. I'm intentional. And you know, sometimes, yeah, I feel a little bit like a hurricane coming into a room or a relationship or a friendship. And you know what, if you're not strong enough to withstand me, I'm not for you. So I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be me. And then you can go with your light bulb bullshit, but it's just not for me. Like you do not, like, this is not a practice life. Every single day matters. And if you realize life is literally just one day. It's never been more. Everyone's like, oh my God, what am I going to do this year? No, you've only ever had one day. You've never had more. And you have to figure out, what am I going to do with this day? What am I going to do with this moment? I want to be intentional. And I'm not saying, and sometimes you need to be intentional with your recovery. Sometimes you need to be like, for my men out there, you got to be intentional with like, you know, cuddles, like fucking cuddle for 12 hours and watch Netflix. Cause like quality time is some of these women's, you know, real love language. Some of them are gifts. Some of them are language, like words of affirmation, different things like that. But you got to figure out what that is, and then you got to actually do it, and then do it with some real intention. Do your business with some real intention, like work out with some real intention. You know, one of my friends recently asked me, like, how did I get such a big chest working out?
I don't know who that could have been.
Who could that have been?
But the answer is intentionality. Like you when you work out, like, don't just like go move some stuff around, like be intentional with it. Like, understand, like, what am I trying to do? Am I going for strength, or am I going for, you know, cutting down? And like understand the contraction, like understand all of the things about working out, your nutrition, everything that is in like inside of the activity that you're doing. You have to have some intentionality. Anything worth having is going to take some intention. And so it's just like, obviously you guys have a like watching y'all set up for this, and your attention to detail, because your intention is to have a high quality podcast. No, I want to frame it this way. What kind of shoes are we wearing? Like, I love stuff like that, because you give a shit. Like, that's what matters. And that's what's going to separate you, because so many people start a podcast and then you're just like, wow, you really don't care. That's
Really?
oh my God, like 90% of the podcasts are unlistenable. But it's just like right when I sat down with y'all, I was just like, these are my people. Cause like I would be doing the same stuff. So
That's
Thank you. That's
yeah.
so sweet.
Thank you.
yeah, of course. I see it mile away. You guys are gonna be successful for sure.
Thank
Oh, thank you so much.
I
Yeah.
knock on the wood.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, of course.
I love that. Be intentional about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But being this intentional, I feel like it's not, you know, in the normal world, the most common thing.
No.
So I'm sure now, or I assume now, the people around you are similar in different ways, but similar, like intentional in their own ways. But
Oh,
was
yeah.
there a time that it felt very lonely to be so intense and so
Oh, it still
intentional?
feels lonely. Like I actually, my Wyoming retreat that I just put on, which is still weird. Like, I'm someone like, so I put on a retreat and I had 70 people show up in the middle of Wyoming. It's like literally a town of 200. And like
Wow.
tickets are like $3,300. And I'm just like, man, when did this happen? Like, how did this happen? But one of the things that I told everyone is, I was just like, guys, just so you know, like, you're probably looking at the loneliest person on planet Earth standing on this stage. And they go, that's not true. Like, look at all the people in this, that, and the other. I said, okay, let me prove it to you. Check this out. And these are all like, you know, some of my very best friends.
Mhm.
And these are certainly all my top end clients. I said, okay, raise your hand if you have ever called me with some sort of 911 call. Like, I had to save your business, save your marriage, save your, like, you from something, whatever it is. Every hand in the room went up, every single one of them. And I was just like, that's cool. And everyone's like, yeah, that's like, yeah, good job. Like, you're awesome. Like, yay. And then I helped them understand how real it was. Is I said, okay, raise your hand if I've ever given you that call.
Oh,
Nobody raised their hand, because I didn't, and I don't. So it's a lonely existence being the person who people call when everything is going wrong. And, you know, not only do I have those 70 people, you know, we've got 6,000 people in our organization across the world. And, you know, I still have my own stuff that I'm going through. I still have my own personal journey. I still have my things I'm working on. And that's the thing, is people don't understand what's actually going on. People don't understand, because they see, you know, again, you know, I'm not who I think I am, not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. All these people are thinking, you know, it must be nice. It's not. It's a calling. And I am who I am because I don't have a choice. Literally, this is this is who I'm supposed to be to the world, and this is how I'm supposed to show up. And I don't have a choice. Like, it's literally like a calling. Like, I I love what I do so much, but if people say it must be nice, no, it's nice because I do the must. And there's a lot of things that I must do that nobody else is capable of, but I show up. So, yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
Someone's got to do it.
didn't mean to go that deep that fast, but
we go deep.
all right, I like it. Deep. Yeah.
Deep
I'm a
is
depth
preferred.
person.
Deep
I'm a
is
depth
preferred.
person.
Yeah, no, we love it.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to have you.
Yeah. Well,
would you say you're open though to like, this might not be like something you want to answer, but we can cut it if not, but are you like open to also receiving what
100%.
you give?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It's just,
But you don't ask.
I don't ask, and my energy is extraordinarily hard to match. So that's the biggest thing. It's a little bit like, you know, I've helped so many people, and I've done so many things, and this sounds super arrogant. It's just really true. There's a lot of times where people say, oh man, I've got strong shoulders. I'll be there for you. I'm here. Like, give me a call. It's a little bit like, you know, someone in junior high who's pretty good at football calling an NFL player saying, dude, let me know when you need me to get on the field for you.
I see what you mean.
And I'm just like, I just want to pat him on the head. Like,
yeah.
okay.
Like, thanks.
Okay,
That's
thanks.
nice.
Like, you literally can't understand what I go through, from the military contracts to the big businesses. Like, yesterday, I was negotiating a $172 million deal. Like, people, what am I supposed to do? Like, if someone who's like, I know their business hasn't cracked $1 million yet, they're like, let me help you with the stress. It's like,
you don't get it.
you just don't understand. Like,
Right.
I do what I do, you do what you do. And so it's very hard to match my energy. And that's, you know, I have this thing that I invented called the infinity model. And so everything starts out in personal. So this is the lens in which we see things. And I realized, because I've coached so many doctors and, you know, medical, you know, Western medicine is all about curative. Eastern medicine is all about preventative. And I said, well, psychologically, I think we're kind of doing the same thing. And I'll explain it as best I can without a whiteboard. I'm like a whiteboard guy.
Should have brought one.
But so personal is the lens in which we see things. This is what we think is going to happen. And so if you imagine it right here, and then it comes down, it is going to dive into how you do everything professionally. So who you think you are, what you think you're capable of, your psychology, everything that's happening in your personal life is going to affect how you do your professional life. And then your professional life is going to come up to vitality. Now, a lot of people think that this is just the external manifestation of, you know, what you put in your body. Vitality actually means the energy behind your life force. And so I say, how do you recharge? That's what we're actually trying to figure out. Like, how do you recharge? Some people go to the gym, some people go to the bar. Some people want to gossip, some people want to, you know, empower. Now, from vitality, it's going to go down into community. And then from community, it goes right back up to personal. So we've drawn this figure 8. Now, here's where everything happens. If I meet somebody and I go, okay, which one of the 4 quadrants do you want to start in? Most people are going to say, professional. I want more money. I go, okay, cool. So now let's look at what this person does. I don't believe in procrastination. I believe in what's called tactical avoidance. People want to feel progress. So if they need help in professional, chances are they're hiding in vitality. Now, vitality, remember, is recharge. It's not just the gym. So they might be hiding in Netflix. They might be hiding in a movie. They might be hiding in drinking. They might be hiding in gossip. They might be hiding in all of those things. Or they might be hiding at the gym. But there's a lot of people who are going to the gym instead of working. But now, so that's tactical avoidance. But now if we go back one step, that's going to be the preventative thing. Usually if you suck in your professional life, it's because your mindset's fucked up. Now it works everywhere. Let's say that someone says, Greg, I really need help in my vitality. Okay, your vitality is probably messed up because, so, like, we go back one level because your business is messed up. So we have to fix that. But what do? If their vitality is messed up, they are hiding in community. So they're going to be going out to their church functions, their family functions, their this. Okay, they're saying, hey, Greg, my personal life is messed up. Okay, who are you hanging out with? Because that's going to change your mindset. And then everyone who says, I need help in personal is probably burying themselves in the business in tactical avoidance. And so when someone identifies the symptom, I can figure out basically everything that's going on in them in about 90 seconds and start helping them. So that's what's called the infinity model, which I invented.
Do you apply that with yourself?
Oh, hell yeah. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. That's where it came from.
Oh, really?
Most all of these things is just me working on me. And then I'm like, I got to share this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you spend a lot of time alone?
Yeah, I do.
Is it by choice, or do you like to recharge, or do you need to recharge and have that
Honestly,
time?
it just kind of happens. It's not really by choice. It's just like I'll go like camping, or like I'll go like quadding. I'll like,
yourself?
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Really?
I love music. I'll go like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I just recently like I got bored one night, like 4 nights ago. So I rented out Paramount Studios and worked on music.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
What did you work on?
I finished 3 songs.
3 songs.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a different breed.
Yeah.
I really am.
There's like
This is
so
what-
many things.
This is what I'm saying when people are like,
won't understand.
yeah, I'm like my like
Yeah.
matching my energy is very very difficult.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Very interesting human.
Mhm. People are gonna love this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be. That's why I like when you guys. I was just like, I just love like getting to know other awesome humans and having fantastic conversations. So yeah.
I love it. This is a great conversation.
This is so
I'm
good.
just like, it's honestly
like
gonna help so many people.
So many
too.
people. I feel like I'm just a sponge right now.
Yeah, me too.
So
I'm
good.
really like absorbing
Mhm.
everything, and then I know that even when we rewatch the episode,
Yeah, it's
So
gonna
I'll
be
be
good.
exciting.
such good
Well,
stuff.
I'll start throwing some humor in so we can get some giggles. Don't worry,
Oh,
I got you.
we got
I got you.
giggles, don't
Trust
worry.
me,
The giggles.
Don't worry about that.
Giggles are on the way.
You're
I
doing
need
great.
I need to order up some giggles. So
this
there we
is
go.
just
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
deep,
the
and we
humans.
like depth.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to share these things, and it's not common, like I said, for a
Mhm.
man to be so in touch with his emotions and know these things within
Yeah.
himself so well, and have the ability to share that
To
with so
share
many
it,
people
exactly
so
right.
eloquently
Yeah.
that it's just exciting.
Well, and that's, I think, you know, at any time you're either an example or a warning. And, you know, I just want to be an example for men so that they can be like, oh, like I can actually do that and still feel like a man. And I'm like, dude, you'll feel more like a man. Like
Absolutely.
The energy is inside of you. You
Mhm.
just got to lock into it for
Yeah.
sure.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
It's just
And
so
then waking up.
balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you show up so like you're very masculine, but at the same time so grounded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like there's not like, look at me
Yeah.
kind of energy. It's just like you're
Says
a man
the dude,
and you know
says
it.
the dude with purple
Even
shoes.
with the purple
Don't-
shoes.
Don't look at me. Don't look at the shoes.
No,
your
but you know
favorite
what I mean?
color.
Like that
Yeah.
energy of like
Oh, for sure.
you don't have that energy.
The
It's
arrogance.
just
Yeah.
it's very grounded.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Just be real. Like that's the
very
biggest thing.
refreshing
Keep
to see
it
in a
real.
man.
Yeah, for sure. I don't have a
Yeah.
choice. It's gotten me in trouble, but like I don't have a filter, so it just is
No
what it is.
filters are needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Absolutely.
I don't have one either.
I'm a no filter kind of guy for sure.
Yeah, it gets us in trouble too.
Yep, I stay in trouble. So yeah, we're gonna be the new like 3 Musketeers. It's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be
That's a good
fantastic.
time. It brings more giggles in
Yes, yeah,
Yes, and
gotta have
to
fun.
accompany the growth, which is
Yep.
not always a good time.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, and actually, I think that's why your podcast name is so good because, like you just said, the growth doesn't always. It's not always fun,
No.
and you really do need to giggle about certain things, and you need to laugh about certain things because at the end of the day, you're alive,
Yep.
and if you're alive, you should be really, really happy. And like that's the other thing. Like if you look at the statistics on how to become a human being, it's 1 in 400 trillion. Literally 400 trillion because I mean think about all.
I was gonna say I didn't ask to be here.
Well, if you think about it, all the like the for those specific people to procreate and have sex to create another person, but it had to be at that moment, and it had to be that exact sperm with that exact egg. If you change when those people have sex by a second, you're a different human being.
Mhm.
And then there's like literally like millions and millions and millions of sperm. So if it's a different sperm, if it's a different this, if it's a different that, like there's all these things. Like if your great grandparents don't have that kid, you don't exist. Like there's all these factors. And when you do the math, it's 1 in 400 trillion. Every single person on planet Earth has already won the lottery. So start living like it.
That's deep.
I'm about to.
That's shit. Like on a hard day or something, if someone's reminded of that.
Yeah, you won the lottery.
Like, what's a hard day?
Hear it. The people who are like stuck in their victim mentality really don't want to hear it whatsoever.
For sure. Yeah.
Like I've tried to help like with parents and like, you know, people who are, you know, stuck in their ways and they're still just like it just gets draining on you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and that's the thing, you got to be very careful on who you plug into and who you allow to plug into you. And I think that was one of the biggest things that I had to change, is so many people would come to me for my energy, and I realized I was like the world's biggest like
energy ball.
Yeah, and everyone's like plugged in, and I'm just like, you know, I'm pretty sure the circuit breaker is about to pop.
Yeah,
I got to get some people unplugged. And it was such a refreshing thing when I just started learning that no was a complete sentence. And so, you know, it really helps. But then I had to also identify, what am I plugged into? You know, maybe I don't need to watch all of the, you know, episodes when Netflix dropped them. Like, don't plug into Netflix. Like, plug into one episode a day. You really want to know what's going on, but you know, no one needs Netflix. You want Netflix.
I need Netflix. I'm just kidding.
No, you don't.
I'm just kidding.
I've helped so many people. Like, it's funny, like some of my private clients, when they're like, I just don't have time for this and I don't have this. So I'll do a time audit. And then like by the end of the week, I'll literally, and this, like, it's in the contract. Greg has to be able to do what Greg does. And so they're like, I don't have time and I can't work out and I can't this and I can't that. And, you know, by the time at the end of the week in the time audit, I will legitimately throw a rock into their TV. I'll be like,
what?
I just watched what you did for a week. I just gave you 17 hours back. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
And then I'll walk out of the house. They're like, this guy's a fucking nut job.
Wait, you actually have done
Hell
that?
yeah. I've done it.
You've thrown a rock into a TV?
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't lie to me. If you say you don't got time, and then I do a time audit on you, and you spent the equivalent of a part-time job watching television, you are going to get a fucking rock thrown through that thing, because now you're just making excuses and you're lying to me, and I don't like it when people lie to me.
It takes it very personally.
So I'll walk in and they'll say, they're like, what did you find? And then I'll like grab a rock size of a grapefruit, I throw it at their TV and I go, just gave you 17 hours back. And then I will walk out of the house and they're wondering, who the hell did I just hire?
Has anyone ever been pissed?
Oh yeah, they're always pissed. But they're not pissed at the results, because I've never, not since 2017, I have never had someone ask for a refund.
Oh wow.
So something's
What
working.
happened in 2017?
That's when I started my company.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like
like
back then
something
somebody
happened.
asked. I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah, I got in a gunfight with the guy over the TV. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my God. I believed it.
I'm from Wyoming. I had to. No, I'm just kidding. I did not get in a gunfight over the TV, but no, I do.
That's
I will do
for the public.
I will do anything to get results for people. Like literally
Whatever.
And that's why they pay you the big bucks.
For sure. And sometimes the small bucks.
So, you know, bucks are bucks.
Bucks are bucks.
Okay, I wanted to ask you a question from, you said to us when we, after the event, were like kind of chatting, that one conversation can change your entire life. And then I was watching some of your interviews, and that's something you've said over and over. And it got me curious. What was that conversation for you?
Oh, I've had so many of them. You know, if you can take it down to like literally anything, from the standpoint of here, we'll pick this one. I have a friend who's 8 years older than I am. We weren't always friends. He was the bass player in my uncle's band. And I was starting my colleges, and I got into business with an airplane pilot. And he gave me $100,000. And for me to buy him out, it was going to cost me $117,000. And this guy was just not a good human being. So my current business partner, we were at coffee one day. He's the bass player in my uncle's band. And I'm telling him about this thing that's going on. I'm like, he's not good for the students. He's just trying to suck money out of the room. He's just not a good person. I need to buy him out. But at the time, $117,000 might as well have been $1 billion. It's like, those are the same numbers at this point in my brain. I'm like, I don't know how to navigate this. And so, my friend looks at me and he goes, well, why don't I just give you the money? And I'm like, I don't know if you heard me. I said $117,000.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real money. Dude, you're a bass player, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bass players don't have money. And he goes, wait, you don't know? And I'm like, no, what? And he's just like, I thought this whole thing was a pitch. And I'm like, no, I'm just talking to my friend. We're at coffee. We both love coffee. And he said, yeah, so you don't know my like my last name? And I'm like, yeah, I know your last name. He's like, you don't know what that means? I'm like, my last name's Kimble. Like, what are we talking about here? And so I look up, his last name's Pritzker, and it turns out his family started Hyatt and they're worth $40 billion.
Wow.
And so I looked at him and I said, bro, why would you invest in me? Like, you could go buy the Denver Broncos. Like, why would you invest in me? He goes, I've watched you turn nothing into something since I have seen you since you were a small kid. And I've always said to myself, if I ever get the opportunity to work with him or invest in him, imagine what he could turn something into if he turns nothing into something. And to this very day, he's a partner in every single business that I have. All because I had one conversation. It changed absolutely everything, from a friendship to a business to a connection, everything.
Wow.
But you have to be willing to have that conversation. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing. People play too small. Like, they're like, oh, I'll do it when I'm ready. You're ready. You're alive. Mm-hmm. Have the conversation. Well, no, I'll do it when I feel it. No, just go have the fucking conversation. Mm-hmm. And, for anybody who's listening to this podcast right now, y'all know that there's a conversation that either with yourself, your spouse, your friend, a business partner, the bank, like whoever you need to talk to get your life moving in the direction. This, if you're looking for your sign, this is your sign. Go have the fucking conversation, because it's going to change your life. But it can't change your life unless you say it out loud. One of the other things that I say all the time is say your dreams out loud. A lot of people don't want to do that because it's going to scare people. And then they're going to talk you out of your dreams. And somewhere that you're hanging out with the wrong people. And if you say your dreams out loud, they're going to criticize and ridicule you. Mm-hmm. Well, newsflash, get fucking new friends. Because those aren't your people. You want people, when you say your dreams, you want people to look at you and go, I think you got bigger. I think you can do more. Or, hell yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Dude, I'm proud of you. What's your next step? Not... good luck. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a great friend. Yeah. No, that friend needs to get beat up.
Some character development.
Throw rocks at him.
Yeah. I'll throw rocks at more than just your TV.
You always keep a rock on.
Yeah, I always keep a rock. What do you think's in that bag?
So Gregory. Yes. Sorry.
Oh no. Uh-oh. She's in the full government. Gregory. Let's go.
I've wanted to say that for a while. You have gone on this huge fitness journey. Mm-hmm. Like you started, and now look at you now. Mm-hmm. What made you start doing that? Like, what got you going? Because it's such a transformation.
Okay, so I used to always be fit. My first kiddo, I got into the habit of just eating whatever. Like, when I got sent to the store, like during the pregnancy, it was like...
You were pregnant too. Oh. And that happened.
Oh, I was. But it was funny because it was like like there was a lot of Chick-fil-A, and then there was a lot of like In-N-Out. And so like she'd ask for a double-double, but then I'd order 2 double-doubles for myself. By the end of the pregnancy, I was ordering 3 double-doubles for myself. And so I looked at myself after. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? And so I was in San Diego doing one of my retreats, and we were at the coolest house. So like this house has been in like James Bond movies and all of this stuff. And so like I'm speaking to everyone, and my team go look at this shot because there's like this fountain and all this stuff, and I'm like make sure you get dope shots. So they come and they show me this shot, and they're like, dude, doesn't this look good? And I'm like, who the fuck gave me a medium shirt?
Oh no!
Because there's like a muffin top and there's whatever I had. It was like Cake Boss. Like it was just.
It's the cameras that will always humble you.
No, it was just I was fat.
He's like, hey, the cheeseburgers.
I was storing all the double doubles. And so I looked, and I didn't realize I had gotten to 250 pounds, which is like, just how did I go whale mode? And
Shamu.
Yeah, I was Shamu for sure. And yeah, Free Willy needed to like to have actually I guess that could mean something else. I don't know if I want to say that. Free Willy. No, go back to Shamu.
We don't free the Willy here.
No, we're not freeing the Willy. Willy's staying down.
Yeah.
So what I did at that moment is I made a decision. And one of the things that I tell people all the time is most declarations are largely ceremonial. That's why like most people, like your New Year's resolution is complete bullshit. Like most of the people don't even remember what they were. So what I did is I stood on stage and I said, okay, who's planning on coming to Colorado for my next event? It was about 3 months away. Most of the people raised their hand. I said, okay, I'm gonna make a promise to you guys. If I can't stand on stage and put my feet to scale in front of you guys, if I don't weigh under 200 pounds, I'll give everyone in the audience $1,000 cash each.
Wow.
So that's a decision.
Yeah.
That's a decision.
It's quite a decision.
Yeah, it's quite a decision. And so that's what kind of kicked it off. And then I hit that goal, 3 months, lost 50 pounds.
Wow.
And then
3 months and 50 pounds in 3 months.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying I did it the most healthy way.
I see.
Because like there's caloric restrictions, and then there's whatever I was doing. Yeah, I was emaciated.
Oh.
And so, but after I hit that, I was like, man, I really like this. And so then I had the idea. I said, what if I get into the best shape of my life by the time I'm 40, which I just turned 40 in April.
Oh.
And so it was like another 2 years, and I just kept going. And now it's just like I work out 6 days a week. Sometimes like I'll go like crazy mode, and like if I'm like my assistant works out with me a bunch, and like there's sometimes we'll do a 3-hour workout, but then there's other times where it's like a 30-minute workout. But I'm almost never not going to get the workout. But what I always tell myself is I'm always going to get at least 6 workouts in for the week. So if I don't work out, like yesterday I did 2 workouts because I missed a workout, and then I'm gonna work out with y'all after this. And then one of my friends, like have you guys ever been to those John Reed fitness places?
I have, yeah.
They're so cool.
They're beautiful.
Like, oh my goodness. So
Never heard of this.
So I'm gonna go back to that. Just so I'm gonna do another 2 a day today, just because I want to.
Yeah.
But that that'll make up for it. And so the thing is like I tell people all the time, you either have standards or you don't. And fitness now is not a destination. It's just who I am. And so I bought a peptide company. I bought a vitamin company. We're smashing that into our vitality pillar. We just launched a 8-week transformation. I have a mastermind called Infinite Strength that helps people get strong. I have another mastermind called Vital Vitality that's headed up by a doctor who I've coached for 5 years. She's 53. She's one of the presidents of Centura Healthcare. So like you're like getting coached in business and health by like someone who's like literally world renowned. So like one of the things I do is I build a lot of masterminds. I think I have 15 of them right now. But like, Dan Fleischman's one of my best friends. So like we hang out all the time, and he's kind of known as like the mastermind guy too. So like we just do a lot of things together, and he's the one who put me on the Man in the Arena tour and all of those different things. So it's just go show up, make the impact, and help people be a little better than they were yesterday. But health is just not a negotiation anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
50 pounds in 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, it
That's
was not
intense.
easy. Oh, it was intense.
Were you in the sauna? Were you
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
the suits? Were you doing
Before I had to do the weigh-in, I probably was in that sauna for like 5 hours. And
Get
I was
every little bit
and
out.
I was 199.7.
Oh,
Really?
my
Wow.
Yeah, I needed to get
gosh.
like a 4.5 pounds at the end of that, and then
Oh my god.
and then I hadn't eaten in a while, and I'm right when I hit it, I'm like, and here's the funny part. Right after I hit it and everything was fine, I went to In-N-Out and ate a double.
Honestly,
At that point, you
100%.
earned it.
100%,
It's not
100%.
gonna affect
But
you.
it wasn't 3 of them, which was
Yeah.
and it didn't happen every day. So
Yeah,
a
and
lot,
you've sustained it. So.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Because I mean that was when I lost that initial thing. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. So now we're just gonna keep moving, get better than we were yesterday.
Great.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Oh.
Is this how
What
he
is
snapped?
that?
They're in right now. This is what's trending right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Not
cool.
twisting, just
Where
Just-
is
just
that
this, just this.
trending?
all over social media.
All right. This is my snaps.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I see.
Are you on TikTok?
No, I need to be. My assistant. Oh, she's like, I'll manage it for you. I'm like, okay, then do it. 'Cause-
TikTok is the best.
All right.
You would be perfect at TikTok.
All right. I will.
You would do great.
I've literally been told this way too many times to where like I need to do it now.
Yeah.
So
It's honestly wonderful. I just got on it and I'm obsessed. And I've already got
Oh,
over
you
1,000
hit
followers.
1,000 followers.
I
I was gonna send you a congratulations text. Then I got busy.
Thanks.
But I said it in my head.
I felt it.
yeah, I love
feel
it.
like you would. We have a telepathic connection.
We do.
How did y'all meet?
Oh,
Uh,
let's talk about us.
Yeah, I'm in. I mean,
I'm totally kidding.
We've already told this story, but we met at the gym.
Okay.
So I've said this many times, but she used to flirt with me. Just kidding.
Aw.
That's just my personality.
No, but she's very outgoing. And then if you see me in the gym, it's like everyone's just scared. Nobody wants to talk to me.
She's scary.
But because her personality's so she'll throw a little comment and then keep it moving. So I was like, I kind of like her.
Yeah.
And then one day I was on the Stairmaster. And
After
like
2 years
yeah,
of going to
2
the same
years
gym.
of having just interactions.
1,500 square foot gym.
Tiny gym. Probably
Teeny.
triple the size of this, maybe.
Wow.
She finally got through to me. Because those little moments, I was like, okay, I like her. Like, I like her energy. And then on the Stairmaster, I didn't have headphones on. She came up to do her
started
cardio.
oversharing,
Yeah.
and
And we started talking, and I was like, oh, I actually really like her.
she realized it was a safe space.
I love it. That's so
Yes.
good.
So that's
And
how
then-
we.
Yeah.
And then we
Mm.
became friends really fast.
Mhm.
How
Very
long have y'all
fast.
been friends now?
What, like only 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then you're like, Giggles and Growth. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's-
We helped each
we
other
both like
heal
talking.
a lot.
Yeah, in
Mm.
different ways.
In many different ways.
Yeah. What I needed, what she needed. It's like it was a
Yeah.
good
I
So
needed
good.
structure. She needed.
to like not be so masculine.
Yeah.
So
It
good.
was a good balance.
So together you make one human.
exactly.
Talking about emotions and men and masculine energies, feminine
Mhm.
energies. What I wanted to ask you, like as a man, how can a woman show up in a man's life
Mhm.
to like create that safe space where he feels like he can open up emotionally in a world or place where he's not used to it?
Always lead with respect.
Mm.
A man just wants to feel respected. And it's little things like, I think the other thing, because women are constantly overthinking, and so just don't assume bad intent.
Hmm.
Men are almost never, we're just too stupid to have, it's just the truth. We're too stupid
Thank
to
you
do
so much. Snaps again.
Now we're all in agreement.
yeah, we're just too stupid to like have the bad intent. So like, for instance, like if the if the man's coming home and like, let's take like something that I think a lot of couples go through, whether or not the laundry gets in the laundry basket, Like, this is a big thing for whatever reason. Men
Just put it in the basket.
see, this is what women think. Just put it in the basket. And oftentimes you'll literally watch the dude. Like, if this is the basket, the chones will be right here on the ground, and you'll look and you'll be like all you had to do was, like, when you took them off, you didn't even have to put them on the ground. You could just put them right there. Like, it doesn't make sense to a woman because they think that far ahead. What's actually going on in a man's brain, if it's traditional. Now there's a lot of times where it can be the opposite, but for the most part, the man is just on the move and he's trying to either protect the family, go to the next thing, or he's tired from the day, and maybe he had like sweaty butt crack, like who knows. He just wanted them off his body, and he took them off, put them down, and he put on a new set, and then he's either out the door to go fight the next battle, or he needs to just have some him time or family time, whatever it is. But almost never did he expect that the woman was supposed to take care of that. Almost never. It's just he's stupid, and he's like, I just took off my pants, and that's where they ended up, and I have new ones on now. That's literally the extent of his thinking. If you think, like, just think about like how much credit women are giving men by thinking, wait, he took off his pants, and then he put them strategically 2.5 feet away from the basket because I know that my woman's going to come clean this up and that's her job. No, what's more likely? He just took off his pants and got new ones on and kept it moving. He didn't think that far. So we can't assume bad intent. And if you have respect for your man and you just go, okay, cool, this is just one of those things. Do you like it? No one likes cleaning up after someone. But if you have someone who shows up in all the other areas and you can just not nag him and you can just go, okay, cool, I'm just going to stick it in the hamper and I'm just going to keep it moving because, he makes sure that either I feel loved or safe, or he's a great father, or he, is showing up for the family, or he's a provider, whatever it is. Like, just pick up the fucking chones. Like, just put him in the thing instead of bitching at him to do it, because at some point, it's fair for him to go, okay, well, like, I'm gonna stay at home today. Why don't you go work in the hot sun? Why don't you go move the cinder blocks? Why don't you go mow the yard? Why don't you go do that? Right when you get into scoreboarding, you're gonna lose. And expectations are really uncommunicated contracts. So we need to just for instance, like coming to your guys' podcast, I had 0 expectations. If I had a bunch of expectations and then they're not met, well, whose fault is that? Mine. But if I can just go, hey, they had dope energy, they seem cool, and like I like meeting rad humans, yeah, I'm gonna show up. I'll take the hour Uber, which I've learned that everywhere in LA is a minimum of an hour. Like that's actually a short one. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, the moral of the story is lead with respect, especially with men. And if it really does bother the woman, that's when the man needs to lead with that understanding. And at a minimum, feeling seen and heard. So she's just like, dude, why do you do this all the time? Because this is the answer that the man's going to give, just whether anyone likes it or not. He's going to be like, I didn't even know I was doing it. I didn't think about it. I wasn't thinking. And then the woman is not going to be able to understand that. And so she's just going to get more pissed. How can you not see that? And then like, what are we fighting about? Like, no matter what, these chones got to get in the hamper. So like either the man needs to do it or the woman needs to do it. And if he's just has so much on his plate or he's overwhelmed, and there's a lot of times because women want to feel so understood, they also want to understand. So they'll ask a bunch of questions to the man. Well, what is the man's primary response? I want to protect. So if he's scared or we're short on bills or he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't want to scare you because he's trying to protect you. So let him go solve those problems and you just solve the chone's problems. Like I know it sounds bad. They're like, oh, that's gender roles. No, it's not. Like it literally doesn't matter. Just the person slaying the dragons is going to need some help with the armor, is going to need some help behind the scenes. So the same way, like if the woman has a lot on her plate, especially like, and then this is like something that I think men need to learn, especially when women are in the early stages of taking care of kids. Like men, the women are going to need a lot more help than you can comprehend. So like men just need to start saying yes, like literally whatever you need, I got you. Like, even though if I don't understand it, because it's also the most hormonal time for a woman. So 90% of it is going to be complete nonsense, but you got to just be like, yes,
Understanding.
I got you. You want to know why? Because I promise you, dude, you do not understand the hormones. Like I've looked at the science behind it and I'm like, I feel like what God puts women through, especially during that time and after, is like some sort of, it has to be a practical joke.
Thank you.
It's like,
you know what?
You know what? You need to come back.
We'd like to have you more often.
It's just
every time you're in LA.
Yeah, it's just the truth. So it's, men just want respect and, and just, they want appreciation. Like if they feel appreciated, they literally like men are like excited puppies. Like if you feed us and pet us on the head, like we'll literally do anything. Like anything.
We're both like
literally anything. But like if you take the puppy and you're like, here, let me teach you a bunch of stuff and this is what you have to do, the puppy's just gonna get confused. So just keep it simple and just, men need love too. And if they feel respected, they will do anything. Anything. So.
They're just little bears.
They really are.
Little bears. That's a cute one. They're okay.
Oh, I love that answer.
That is a very beautiful way to put it. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Of course.
We loved having you. I
This
think
was
we
an
are out of time.
amazing
Yeah,
conversation.
so fun.
Yeah. So insightful.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
good.
so much.
Thank you for coming.
Pimp yourself out.
Pimp yourself
Where
out.
can people find you? What do you
Pimp
have coming
yourself
up?
out.
I'm going to have to call my pimp because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah, naturally.
My pimp will beat me if I do the wrong. No.
Again.
Again. This time with a baseball bat. Like, I don't like it when the baseball bat comes out.
Last time you used a rock.
Thefinalpercent.com is my website. And then just everywhere on social media, it's just Greg Kimble, GregKimble. And come say hi. And, I'm all about the conversations and just sharing and, going deep with awesome humans. The human experience is what it's all about. And for me to have an experience with humans, I need more of them. So I just want all the connection and all the fun and, come to an event, come say hi and, just actually show up and have the conversation that might change your life.
Magnificent.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Greg.
For giggling and growing with us.
Giggling and growing. I'm here for it for sure.
Beautiful.
Thank you.